pictures, in magazines and books. I memorized the subway map too. It's 1 block north to Macy's and 2 to Brothers Brooks. Manhattan, I prepared for you. You certainly are different from what they have back home, where nothing's over 3 stories high. And no one's in a hurry or wants to roam, but I do, though they wonder why. They said I would soon be good and lonely. They said I would sing the homesick blues. So I always have this ticket in my pocket, a ticket home in my pocket, to do with as I choose. Burn the bridge, bet the store, baby's coming home no more, not for the life of me. Break the lock, post my bail, done my time, I'm out of jail, not for the life of me. A life that's gotta be more than a one-light town where the light is always red. Gotta be more than an old ghost town where the ghost ain't even dead. Clap your hands just because don't you know that where I am ain't where I was, not for the life of me. You see, I gotta be more than a country wife making babies till I croak. Gotta be more than the leading role in a farmer's daughter's joke. Days of yore, kinda gentle. Ask me if I'm sentimental. Not for the life of me. Bododio, not for the life of. Not for the life of. Not for the life of me.
There are those, I suppose, think we're mad, heaven knows, the world has gone to wrack and to ruin.
We think is she unique and quite adorable. They think is odd and solemn and memorable. But the fact is everything today is thoroughly modern.
Check her personality.
Everything today makes yesterday slow.
Better face reality.
It's not insanity, says Vanity Fair. In fact, it's stylish to raise your skirts and bob your hair. Have you seen the way they kiss in the movies?
Isn't it delectable?
Painting lips and pencil lining your brow. Now it's quite respectable. Goodbye, goody girl, I'm changing and how.
So beat the drums, 'cause here comes the really modern Millie now. What we think is chic, unique, and quite adorable. They think is odd and Sodom and Gomorrable. But the fact is everything today is thoroughly modern. Bands are getting jazzier. Everything today is starting to go.
Cars are getting snazzier.
Men say it's criminal what women will do. What they're forgetting is
This is 1922.
goodbye, goody girl. I'm changing and how.
I'm changing and how.
So beat the drums, 'cause here comes thoroughly hot off the press. One step ahead, jazz age whoopie baby. We're so thoroughly modern.
Millie! that man, Miss, that man stole my purse and Miss!
Ow!
That man,
where
he
you're going,
stole
why
my
don't you?
purse! That man, he stole my
on the
purse!
sidewalk, lady. Learn to share with the rest of us.
Oh, I meant to trip you.
Of all the dirty rotten.
My purse is gone.
And?
My hat, my scarf, my shoe.
You stole your shoe?
While I was wearing it. 10 minutes in this town, I have my New York horror story.
Honey, you're my New York horror story.
But it's every penny I have.
Hey, I feel for you. I'll cross the street next time I see you, but I feel for you. Girls like you arrive here every day, so full of dreams it might as well be sleepwalking. But now that you're awake, why not ask yourself, do I belong here? Because New York is great, but the cost of living is high, and I'm not talking cash. And I can only imagine if I was in your shoe, I'd make a beeline back to Keokuk, Gopherville.
Salina, Kansas. And who are you, the unwelcome wagon?
Let me get this straight. You knock me flat on my back and make me late to a date with a sweet little blonde. But still in all, I take a minute of my time to give some sound advice. My good deed for the decade.
If this is your good deed, then I hate to see a bad one, because you're really not helping.
I'm trying to, by telling you the way it is. Look, you got a place to stay?
No, but...
Any friends or family nearby?
No, but...
And you don't have a job?
No, but...
No buts. You ain't got nothing. Listen, I said I was doing you a good deed.
The Hotel Priscilla?
A rooming house for actresses. They're used to girls who can't pay. Check yourself in, get a good night's sleep, and first thing tomorrow morning, wire home for train fare. Your folks will be only too glad to send it. And you might not believe me now, when you get back to, Kansas, was it? You'll say to yourself, well, I had my big adventure, but it sure is good to be back in my own bed.
They said I would sing the homesick blues. Granny dear, mother mine, old and gray at 29. Calloused hands, broken hearts, dreams that die before you start. I ain't got nothing. So I ain't got nothing to lose. Who needs a hat? Who needs a scarf? And who needs you, Mr. Whoever you are? Because I'm a pioneer woman, pal. The Woolworth Building, the MetLife Tower, there's gold in them there hills, and I'm gonna get it or die trying. Days of yore, kind and gentle. Ask me if I'm sentimental. Not for the life of me, but Odio, not for the life of. Not for the life of, not for the life of me. Burn the bridge, bat the store, baby's coming home no more. Not for the life of me. A life that's gotta be more than a one-night town where the life is more than a one-night town. Gotta be more than an old ghost town where the ghost ain't even dead. Clap your hands just because where I am ain't where I was. Not for the life of me. Me, Melodia. Not for the life of. Not for the life of me.
Can you believe Old Man Harris wouldn't even audition me for the latest Kaufman play?
It's all about the office boy. Read him right and you read for the role.
Oh, Gloria, I long to be like you. Me too. A little lived in. Girls, have y'all seen the Daily Graphic?
Manhattan's most eligible bachelors.
No, y'all, the headline, white slavery. Innocent girls forced into lives of licentiousness and degradation.
So they're actresses.
It's no joke. They're shipped off to the Orient where they're sold as streetwalkers.
There's one way to meet a man.
Good night.
Ethel's right. This is creepy. Listen. Dozens are believed to be missing, mostly orphans whose sudden disappearance often goes unnoticed.
Sad to be all alone in the world. But none of you need worry. Watch with your big warm memories.
But Mrs. Mears, you gotta read this.
No, you got to read this. It's a telegram for you and can't tell. Maybe you rented a roll. Ruthie, emergency fund from home. Aris, Gloria, Rita, Cora, Lucia, Miri Dilma. Where is she?
Pounding the pavement.
With her head, poor kid.
Who knew an office job was harder to land than a role in a show?
She's played the early bird every day this week.
But no worm to show for it.
And the rest of you? Why, I still recall how a then unknown Heron Hayes rose with the rooster.
That's our cue, girls. Don't fuss, Mircy. We'll make you proud.
If we're not Shanghai to Hong Kong.
Oh, funny. What is it, Etta? Not bad news?
Good night, my uncle.
Miss Etta Pease, Hot Tupper Sarah. Stop. Regret to inform you. Stop. Great Uncle Cyrus killed in freak rushing accident. Oh, stop. What a way to go. Well, my condolences to your family.
What family? My parents died when I was a baby.
I had no idea.
No brothers, no sisters?
Cousins, aunts, anyone to keep tab on you?
Just Uncle Si and me on a farm in the middle of nowhere.
Sad to be all alone in the world. But step into my office and enjoy a nice soothing cup of green tea, one of the mysteries of the Orient. And when you finish, you'll be calm, quiet, and ready for a very long nap.
Hello? Buddha? Butterfly here. I've got one for you. A Southern belle your customers will want to ring. $400 cash only. What's there to think about? This offer's good for a limited time only, so order now. Attaboy, Buddha. Mircy!
Coming, dear.
Mircy? Hello? It's me. It's Millie. Mircy?
Authorized personnel only. Now where my rent?
I don't have it yet.
We say today at noon.
But I finally found a job that meets all my requirements, and they said they call by... I bet it's them.
Hot Tupper Sarah, how may I help you? What's that? Mary Dilmount? Job. Oh, I see. Yes, I'd be delighted to give her message. Bye. You didn't get it. I give you 2 minutes to pack your things. You find them on the street.
But Mircy,
Miss Amia's to you.
the other girls call you Mircy.
The other girls are paid in full. I fought you 1 week on credit and time run out.
Excuse me. I'd like to inquire after the room for rent.
What are you, listening at the door? Even an ambulance chaser waits for a siren.
The sign says vacancy.
Don't believe everything you read.
May I please see the concierge?
I don't know what that is, but I know this hotel hasn't got it.
Heavens!
Trust me, you don't want to stay here. The manager's mean, the rooms are always hot, and the water's always cold.
This is living. This is what I call living. I've hungered for this day since heaven knows when. Year after year with a secret yen. All of my prayers, all my desire. Every waking moment with my heart afire.
Well, you're out of luck. There's only one room available, and it's mine, so unless you want a roommate.
Now I'm living, tell one and all, I'm living.
Put a sock in it, sister. You need the room, I need the rent. I guess we could room for a night or two, that is. It's a single bed, so you take the floor.
Perfect. Give me the meat without the gravy. I'll take the oyster, sans the pearl. Pinching pennies, clipping coupons. See a brand new world unfurl. Let me brown bag all my lunches. Try my hand at canned cuisine. A Berlitz class I long to pass. How the other half lives. No 14-karat cronies, phonies, fair weather friends. I want it on the dole, mate, soulmate, stormy weather friends.
But if you can afford the Ritz,
pour me the milk, behold the honey, bring on those funny money woes. Pay in Paul.
I can buy my clothes at Saks, Fifth Avenue, Bergdorf Goodman too, the privileged few, plus you know who. How the other half lives. We could be very good for each other. I'll show you how to eat on a nickel.
And I'll show you which fork to use.
I'll teach you how to stretch $1.
And I'll teach you how to invest one.
I'm on the way up.
I'm on the way down.
It's a good thing we met in the middle.
Pour me the milk,
not me,
the
honey, I don't
bring
want
on
those
funny
money woes. I'll marry Paul,
Hey,
or
Paul,
Dave, or Rob, or Peter, so I can buy my clothes at Saks,
Summer on
Fifth
the
Avenue,
Ivory, winter in
Bergdorf Goodman
Kitchen,
too,
a wild soldier.
so I can learn living like the other half.
My very first poor person.
Hey, I'm broke, not poor.
There's a difference?
And how? Poor sounds permanent. Broke can be fixed. I have a plan so far ahead of its time, it's almost too bold, too daring, too new woman.
You're frightening me.
Yeah? Then this'll straighten your curls. I'm going to marry my boss.
When?
I don't know, I haven't got one yet.
Surely you believe that love?
Has got nothing to do with it. Don't you read Vogue? This month's issue clearly states that the modern marriage is a business arrangement. Love comes later, occasionally with the man you're actually married to.
Where will you find him?
The classifieds. I've been interviewing boss after boss, but so far married, engaged, married, single, and I can see why.
Don't you read the tabloids? I find they really capture the flavor of the huddled masses.
Manhattan's most eligible bachelors,
The movers and shakers that make Manhattan tick. All of whom need wives.
and one of whom must need a stenog.
Mary!
Mrs. Mears, before you bite my head off.
Mary, Mercy doesn't bite. But who's your friend?
We haven't met yet. Millie Dilmount.
And I'm Miss Dorothy Brown from California.
An actress, are you?
How'd you guess?
I have a keen eye for talent, so what can I do for you, Dorothy?
Miss Dorothy.
She's going to room with me and pay rent till I find a suitable job.
No need for you to double up. I fought you another week.
But where does that leave me?
As luck would have it, a nice sunny room just become available right next door to Mary.
You mean 1208? But Ethel Pease.
Ethel, please just check out.
She only just checked in.
Ethel joined an all-girls repertory company for their Mongolian tour.
But she chewed my ear off not 2 hours ago about her non-existent career.
That's showbiz! Now, if you register Miss Dorothy, Males and Mary, always something for you. Mary has such big, warm memory. Do you have such big, warm memory, Miss Dorothy?
I'm an orphan.
Are you? Sad to be all alone in the world. 12-4, dear.
This way, Miss Dorothy. And the other half, lesson number 1. Some of the girls practice their routines in here on account of the hardwood floor. I think it did something to the machinery. Now you have to tap dance to get this thing going.
Here's one for the scrapbook. And look, there I am. So it's an old picture. With numbers across my chest, but those days are over. All of New York may be looking for a Daisy Crumpler, but no one pays a whit of attention to a Miss Amias. Though I can't take all the credit, after all I studied acting with Stanislavski and elocution with Mrs. Fisk. But I still say, just give me the right wig and I can play any part. But food. Take Ethel to Buddha, $400 COD ASAP. As for you, Ching Ho, the new arrival is used to the finer things in life. So let's give her room service, a little snack, with enough chloroform to knock her out to Hong Kong.
Huh?
Sung Ethel. Hai Buddha. Hai Hot Buddha. Sebak. Cash. As for you, Ching Ho, room service. Room service. Foul my yeah. Fong
Mo
Yun. Fong Mo Yun for Miss Dorothy. Dear Ethel, parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
我覺得佢好討厭，
但係佢好食男，
佢黑心。如果唔係咁係咁㗎，不如做成叫成我。
成莫啲啦細佬，你試下去用中文廿蚊。
錢，成日都講錢，
梗係啦，快啲揾到錢咗，快啲帶阿嫲過嚟啊嘛。
咁佢就個位啦，睇下我兩個仔啊，要做鬼大人啊！
但係佢會喺個地呢度，唔通你想我哋返香港又冇錢做？
笑小調，電打賭，乖乖不再回家了。这生活我不要。
生活要比一栋小时更繁荣，而且东西永远红。
生活要比鬼子更热闹，连鬼怪都活着。加油，加油，加油！拍拍手，知道吗？我的心情不是过去一样了。这生活我不要，不都丢。这生活我不要。
for a Miss Flannery?
You're looking at a Miss Flannery. You are?
Millie, come out to see Mr. Trevor Graydon.
Senior, junior, or the third?
Whichever single.
Single!
Handed, in need of a typist, shorthand too.
Number 3.
Is he hiring?
Theoretically, meanwhile, he's looked at every stenog in the tri-state area. None of them fast enough.
I'm fast.
So I gathered.
I meant on my machine.
I didn't. Is that rouge?
You don't like me.
I don't like moderns, Missy, and you're as up-to-date as they come.
Thank you.
It wasn't a compliment. Now you better be fast if you want the job. Mr. Graydon, I'm Miss Stillmount here to see you, sir. Move it!
Congratulations, Miss Stillmount. It takes the average applicant 7 seconds to walk from Flannery's Perch to my way station. I clocked you at 6.4. That's swell, just swell, the early bird and all that.
Beautiful.
How's that?
Your beautiful trophy. I love baseball.
Golf. I won it for golf. May I see your references?
I don't have any, but I'm a fast learner and a hard worker.
No references, huh? Any previous employers?
I don't have any of those either.
You don't? I like that.
You do?
Absolutely. Isn't this the land of opportunity, Miss Stillmount? A place where the right combination of aptitude and enthusiasm can take a girl from nowhere straight to the top. So let's do this the American way. Bolt the door, take off your things, let's have a taste.
Excuse me?
Take a letter. To a Mr. John Hudson, Hudson's Floor Wax. You'll find an invoice in the file for the address. Dear Mr. Hudson, my eyes are fully open to my awful situation, so I'm writing you a letter to demand an explanation. When the floor wax that we bought from you arrived here Monday morning, we discovered upon usage that the fumes should have a warning. Since the only possibility is that your wax is rancid, I request a full refund of all the money we advanced. And unless you can convince me you've improved the floor wax batter, we will take our business elsewhere, so I hope you solve this matter. How's my speed, Miss Stillmount?
A little slow, perhaps.
Enclosed, you'll find a small container of the stuff I talk about. Just carefully remove the lid and take a whiff if you've a doubt. I'm sure you wouldn't want me to alert the daily papers with the news of how our office was affected by your vapors, which is why I choose to write to you a confidential letter full of strong recommendation that you make your floor wax better. I just hope it won't require us to have the floors laid, and if it does, you may expect a bill. Sincerely, Trevor Graydon. Read that back to me, please.
Certainly. Dear Mr. Hudson, my eyes are fully open to my awful situation, so I'm writing you a letter to demand an explanation. When the floor wax that we bought from you arrived here Monday morning, we discovered upon usage that the fumes should have a warning. Since the only possibility is that your wax is rancid, I request a full refund of all the money we advanced.
Nice.
And unless you can convince me you've improved the floor wax batter, we will take our business elsewhere, so I hope you solve this matter.
Not half bad. Please continue.
Enclosed, you'll find a small container of the stuff I talk about. Just carefully remove the lid and take a whiff if you've a doubt. I'm sure you wouldn't want me to alert the daily papers with the news of how our office was affected by your vapors, which is why I choose to write to you a confidential letter full of strong recommendation that you make your floor wax better. I just hope it won't require us to have the floor relaid, and if it does, you may expect a bill. Sincerely, Trevor Graydon.
Miss Stillmount, may I speak frankly?
Yes.
If I could be so lucky as to have a good stenographer to keep this place as up-to-date as her short skirt and bobbed coiffure, I wouldn't have to worry about our soured office planking and could concentrate on generating profits ripe for banking. That is why I'm testing you with this outrageous correspondence, which I don't intend to actually mail to the respondents.
So if you can make sense of my unintelligible patter, then the job is yours, and Hudson's Florax really doesn't matter.
Hudson's Florax doesn't matter.
Hudson's Florax doesn't matter.
Hudson's Florax doesn't matter.
Hudson's Florax doesn't matter. I want that letter on my desk in 2 minutes flat. Man your machines. Go. Seconds, Miss Stillmount. Flannery! Dear Mr. Hudson, my eyes are fully open to my awful situation, so I'm writing you a letter to demand an explanation. When the Florax that we bought from you arrived here Monday morning, we discovered upon usage that the fumes should have a warning. Since the only possibility is that your wax is rancid, I request a full refund of all the money we advanced. So unless you can convince me you've improved the Florax matter, we will take our business elsewhere, so I hope you solve this matter.
So I hope you solve this matter. So I hope you solve this matter. So I hope you solve this matter. So I hope you solve this matter. So I hope you solve this matter. So I hope you solve this matter. So I hope you solve this matter. Matter.
Going on. Enclose a small container of the stuff Untitled Chapter, carefully remove the lid and put it down. I'm sure you wouldn't want me to alert the daily papers with the news of power. If this was a fact by a reference to righteous to write to you a confidential letter full of strong recommendation that you make the works better. I just wouldn't want to cry or that half or late in it does. You may expect to build sincerely Charter Graydon. You have made the team, Miss Stillmount.
You have made the team, Miss Stillmount. Tell me where my desk is when we eat lunch, how much I'll be paid, and nice to meet you. I know we'll be friends, just call me Millie Graydon.
Millie Graydon.
I mean Dillmount.
Millie Dillmount.
Someday Graydon.
Graydon, Dillmount, Dillmount, Graydon, Graydon, Dillmount.
Graydon.
Yes?
Fang Mo Yun.
Beg pardon?
Fang Mo Yun.
Dear me, I didn't order anything. I said I didn't. How sweet. I never could refuse a rose.
我曾未見過好似你咁靚嘅小姐。
All right, if you insist. Heavens!
Mrs. Maisi.
Who?
Mrs. Maisi.
Sad to be all alone in the world.
Mrs. Mears. But what about her?
開好嗌係嘛？
賣咗老物狗，專靠有冇掂啲貨品？
乜你咁冇禮貌㗎？
乜你咁衝㗎？
You gentlemen clearly have pressing matters to discuss, so I'll leave you to it. And thank you. I so appreciate the rose.
Must I do everything myself? Bunfu, take care of your brother and I'll take care of Miss Dorothy.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Mears.
Hello, little lady. I have something for you. My way of saying welcome to the Sarah. A California apple for the California orphan. Sad to be all alone in the world. But don't look back. Take a bite.
An apple a day.
Well, hello. You're new. You an actress? I'm an actress, but we couldn't be more different, so we'll never be up for the same role, which is a good thing, don't you think? Ruth Devereaux. My stage name, anyway. My real name's Zabrowski, but imagine that on a marquee. Nice chatting with you. Bye.
Now where were we? Yes.
It smells very ripe.
That's because it's juicy. Go on, have a taste.
Say, where'd you get that? I'm starved.
I'll share it with you.
Gee,
You
thanks.
remember that time before you had to ice it on? Well, any minute now, that Iceman coming.
Iceman?
Eat it!
Miss Dorothy! I did it! Gloria, Ruth, Alice! Alice and
No,
Millie,
I You're looking at the future Mrs. Trevor Graydon.
Honey, that's her.
And he advanced my first paycheck, so we're painting the town red to celebrate. On me to thank each and every one of you.
Thank us.
For what? The hat, the purse, the dress. Well, in a minute.
What about the rent?
2 weeks worth.
I take that.
And I'll take that.
Kitchen crossed. Beat it!
Hola, fala, darling.
What's he going on about? I think he's dear.
Well, I think I'm thirsty, so come on, girls. Don't wait up, Mearsy.
They don't know my flair for the dramatic. Not a clue the talent I possess. Pretty girls, but not much in the attic. Face to face with genius, and they'll never guess. They'll never guess. They don't know they're staring at an artist, highly trained to take on any role. Skillful mime and brilliant logic artist, seeking retribution for the life they stole. I almost acted Chekhov, Ibsen, Shaw, Moliere. I almost starred as Peter Pan, imagine what midair. I almost tackled Shakespeare, a blushing Juliet. And if the house were big enough, I still could play her yet. They don't know I'm hotter news than Dusa, Helen Hayes, and Bernhardt all in one. They're on top and I look like a loser. Wait and see who's standing when my play is done. So welcome all ye bright young ladies. You're checking in to Hotel Hades. I won't stand by while critics praise ya. You're getting shipped to Southeast Asia. But they don't know, they don't know. Sad to be all alone in the world, but they don't know.
me we've traipsed up and down Broadway.
For almost 2 hours. And the strongest hooch we've sampled is root beer.
I don't get it. They say the city's teeming with juice joints.
All those in favor of heading back to the hotel.
No! Like Eve and the apple, I have my heart set on tasting the forbidden fruit.
You a first timer?
I enjoy a festive sip of champagne, but spirits, never. Me neither, so wine is dry as a bone.
Ain't no booze in Amish country.
I've never even played a drunk scene.
Gloria?
Well, my grandmother's fruitcake has a hell of a kick to it.
That settles it. I don't care if it's an undercover cop or we stop and ask the next person we see. Make that the next person.
Kansas?
Millie, you know this man? It's a short story.
With a surprise ending. What are you doing here? You're gonna make a U-turn.
Good idea. Come on, girls.
Wait a minute. He looks like he knows where a girl can get a drink around here.
Just so happens you're looking at the hottest speako in town. Unless you cream puffs hook the right clothespin, that Judas hole ain't never gonna open.
Excuse me, but I'm from California. I don't speak New York yet. He says we're inches away from quenching our thirst, but they won't let us in.
Listen to you. You've come a long way.
A lot can happen in 7 days. Just read the Bible.
The Bible won't help you here. You have to be escorted by a member.
Well,
What are you, nuts? I got a girl waiting there for me.
Introduce
Please,
yourself,
will you
boys.
let us in?
Think of it as next decade's good deed.
Please.
All right, but the moment we're in there, you're on your own. Don't be scared.
Who says I'm scared?
Your fringe, it's shaking.
Can you blame it? Where I'm from, the only person you find behind bars is the town drunk.
It's no different here. There's just more of us.
How long do you think they'll keep us?
Overnight, unless you've got a hairpin. I've got an act for breaking and entering.
Misspent youth?
18 years on Long Island. If that ain't misspent, I don't know what is.
It's closer than Kansas.
Hey, when you're stuck on the other side, East River's wide as an ocean.
You think the East River's wide? Kansas might as well be the moon, and I fell from it.
And you landed on your feet.
I landed in jail. I hope you're serious about that hairpin. I've got to be at work in a few hours.
What do you do?
Steno, for now. You?
Depends. When I want to see a show, I'm an usher for the night. When the Yankees play at home, it's popcorn, peanuts, Cracker Jacks. And the open seas are calling? Well, the Circle Line's always in need for a knowledgeable guide.
And you make a living?
I make a life. Sure beats sitting at a desk 8 hours a day fretting over the price of steel.
Steel?
My old job. Steel equipment for offices.
Oh, paperclips like.
Yep, paperclips like.
I never pegged you for a paperclip guy. Bootleg gin, maybe. Or ladies' lingerie.
I thought you pegged me for a jerk.
I did. But I still think you deserve better than paperclips.
So do you. Can I ask you a personal question? 7395016.
What?
Your name?
Millie Dilmount.
Jimmy Smith.
Tell the judge.
Places I would like to show you, although I hardly know you. I have a funny feeling we'd make a perfect pair. Famous sights I want to see you seeing, the nights of you and me. Wait a minute, just a minute. No, 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 no. I'm a Joe with just one aim. Every night to date a different dame. College, one of them, the same pet name. Hey, baby. In a row, I have my ducks. Loads of gals that gave me loads of yucks. Leave the cooing to the other clucks. I don't mean maybe. Got it good. What do I need with love? Always practice what I preach. Keep temptation out of easy reach. Stick to dolls who wash their hair in bleach. I'm happy. Come and go the way I choose. Never gonna sing the tie-down blues. Other guys that kill to fill my shoes. No wing, clip, sappy. Got it good. What do I need with love? That was a near miss. Talk about a close shave. Flirt with disaster. There must be someone up there watching over me. Talk about a four-leaf clover me. Peter Rabbit's missing footsie means I roll without a tootsie. Got it good. What do I need with love? I've got it good. What do I need with love? Skip the vows and all that rot. Tell the minister that I do not. Bright and breezy, it's the birds and beesy, it's the free and easy, it's the life I've got. Without her. Although I hardly know you. What do I need with love? Got it good. Got it good. But now
Come on, you. Up and at 'em. You're free to go.
Hey, Millie, wait up. Want to grab a cup of coffee?
I can't. I barely have enough time to swing by the Priscilla Change and then run to the office.
A quick cup of Joe.
I'm new on the job, so I doubt they'll overlook my being late.
They will if they know what's good for them. They're lucky to have you, Millie Delmount.
Thank you. And may I say, Jimmy Smith, the Circle Line's lucky to have you. You're a little rough with new arrivals, but I've got a hunch that underneath it all, you're a really great guide.
Say, you a Yankees fan?
You need help with the Cracker Jack?
Actually, I have tickets to tonight's doubleheader. Why not play hooky and we'll make a day of it?
Can't. You don't know my fiancé.
Fiance?
Boss/fiancé. I'm going to marry him.
So, love at first sight.
Not for the modern. She takes charge of her destiny. No more waiting at port for my ship to come in. I went out and found him.
So I guess the ball game's out.
Why? Oh, you weren't thinking we'd go as a, on a...
Us? No. No. Matter of fact, I have a third ticket. I was just about to suggest you bring your friend along. California.
Miss Dorothy? But why? I've got to go.
Till tonight, Kansas.
Till tonight, Long Island. Lack-a-day. Oh, lack-a-day. Oh, lack-a-day.
Oh, lack-a-talent. Catch her when she falls. What, Ching Ho? Lost your heart to Miss Dorothy. How sweet. Never mind that I'm the one who feeds you. I'm the one who clothes you. And I'm the one you better be nice to if you ever want to see your elderly ailing mother anytime soon. No, Mama. One, Mama. In exchange for services rendered, so places, please.
Girls, what do you think?
Yeah.
Mrs. Mears? What are you doing?
I just have to do something about this nasty spot on the carpet. You girls are always spilling,
Mearsy, I can't see a thing.
Neither can I.
Say, what kind of cleaner is that?
It's soy sauce!
Soy sauce?
One of the mysteries of the Orient. Polishes doorknob, remove birthmark, a homemade henna for otherwise mousy hair.
Wait a minute, soy sauce and it doesn't leave a stain?
Not if you really roll it in. Boom, boom, Ching Ho!
So, Millie, why all dolled up?
First date with Mr. Graydon.
Finally. Hey, I've only been there a week and it's not easy with watchdog Flannery sniffing around, but I'm making progress.
So, where's he taking you?
He's not. Jimmy Smith.
Again.
Where to this time? Coney Island?
Central Park.
One of the watering holes he frequents from here to New Jersey?
It's true. Mr. Smith has friends in low places.
And high.
What are you talking about? Where are you going?
No place special, just the glamorous penthouse of Muzzy Van Hoffsmeer.
The singer?
Back from her world tour, and somehow Jimmy wrangled an invite to her welcome home party.
Speaking of which, come along, Millie.
Don't wait up, girls. These showbiz parties go to all hours.
Showbiz parties!
But lest you worry, we'll have the finest chaperones.
We know. Muzzy!
Wonders of the world are said to stop at 7, but truth be told, my figures don't agree. I number them at 8, with one so close to heaven. The others fail, their magic stale. Just take a look and see. Step right up to Treasure Isle. Every inch of it a sky-high mile. Fairy tale land, only in New York. Hey, castle builder, want the moon and nothing less. Work for years and overnight success. I know firsthand, only in New York. Each day is free admission to those who dream. You set your sights all the way upstream. Off you go, for you know that cream will rise. That wish and seek that thrill. Come and get it, 'cause you always will. Strike up the band, only in New York. Each day is free admission to those who dream. You set your sights all the way upstream. Off you go, for you know that cream will rise, rise. Now improved and rearranged, it's ever-changing, yet it's never changed. Life on command, hear what I'm saying? Oh, but it's grand. That's why I'm staying right here as planned, only in New York, only in New York, only in New York. Oh, how I miss my adorable friends! Ira, hello, George Gershwin. How's the symphony coming?
It isn't. It's frozen. Just blocked.
Don't worry, inspiration strikes when you least expect it. Why, Dorothy Parker, what a divine dress. Aren't you just a rhapsody in blue?
So, Muzzy, Variety says you broke box office records.
My oui, tout le monde. I left the South to the Penguins, the North to Mr. Claus, and everywhere else I came, I sang and I conquered.
Muzzy at the Palace.
Buckingham.
Muzzy at the Great Wall.
And they ain't kidding, it's fabulous.
Muzzy at the Vatican.
Tough crowd. Jimmy! The roses need pruning!
Roses?
My father used to be the gardener at Long Island Manse.
I still say Jimmy's the only one that can trim a hedge like his daddy used to.
Millie Dilmount, Miss Dorothy Brown. May I introduce Miss Muzzy Van Hosmeer.
John, what an honor, Mrs. Van.
Muzzy, Millie, Muzzy.
Muzzy!
Rodney! Millie, I have an audition for David Velasco bright and early, so I think I'm calling it a night.
Dorothy?
Rodney! You two know each other? From the orphanage.
Miss Dorothy, weren't you just about to leave? I'll show you out.
Come, Rodney, and tell me, were you ever adopted?
Millie, can I get you anything? A bit of bubbly, a spot of gin. Our home is your home.
Will Mr. Van H be joining us?
Not to plans. You planning a seance? He passed away years ago.
I'm sorry, I had no idea. You said our home.
Well, that's what Mr. Van H used to call it. You see, Millie, I entered this the second Miss Van H, practically a child. And Millie, you could have knocked me over the first time I saw this place. I felt like a feather in Queen Mary's bonnet. That husband of mine just swatted me on the bottom and said, Baby Von Hosmeer, this is our home. Not your home, not my home, but our home, and don't you ever forget it. And I never have. Unfortunately, I appreciate his time for a brief, but very, very static period.
Sad.
Sad, true, but Mr. Van H hated sad stories. He wanted all of our homes to be filled with fun times and fun people. So heck, let's get kissy right off. Millie Dilmount, I want to know all about you. You were born and then what?
Well, I was born, and then I moved here.
We're the same! Meet Baltimore's own Mabel Ida Walker.
Baltimore?
Not even. Cockeysville, Maryland. But Tweedums. Anyone can be born here, but to come here on only a dream and imagination takes a...
Like a Mabel Ida Walker?
Like a Millie Dilmount. Let's dance.
Sorry.
Just look at that nasty spot.
Don't worry, Mrs. Parker. I know something that cleans so you can't see a thing. One of the mysteries of the Orient. Muzzy, which way to the kitchen?
Snookums, I have no idea.
This way, Miss Dilmount.
You think Millie will be okay one-on-one with Miss Parker?
I'm not speaking to you.
Why? What did I do?
Every day you wrote me dishing the news, the weather, and even the latest stories, but not a peep about the biggest news of all.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Little Millie, Jimmy, you can't fool me. You're in love with her. Now what are you gonna do about it?
Soy sauce?
Oh, come on, Millie. You can't go back to Kansas. You're an ex-con, remember?
I can't stay here, not after pouring soy sauce all over Dorothy Parker's dress.
Explain to me again why?
I thought it would clean it. That creepy Mrs. Mears swears by the stuff.
You'll be the talk of the town tomorrow.
Don't say that.
In a good way. Think of all the people who would kill to soil Miss Dorothy Parker in soy sauce. But they can't, in fear of her poison pen.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Relax. She's so plastered she won't remember your name.
You think? Really, what a relief. A scandal could cost me my job. Mr. Graydon
is a stiff, isn't he?
Some would say, but I see a side of him few are lucky enough to see.
Are you sitting on his lap?
No.
Has he kissed you yet?
No.
Does he have a pet name for you?
Yes.
What?
John.
John? That isn't very romantic.
But it's modern. He calls me John because I'm so efficient. I'll let you on a little secret. This morning, he came this close to hopping the question.
He did?
John, he said, don't ever leave Sincere Insurance Company.
Sweet. Maybe you can work that into the vows.
Another crack. Every time I mention Mr. Graydon.
Can I ask you a favor? A really big one, because I know how hard it'll be for you. Can you not talk about your plan for once?
Why not?
Because I'm sick of hearing it. You want to marry a man who thinks of you as a typer on legs, then, well, be my guest.
Thank you, I will. The new woman chooses reason over romance any day of the week, and I'm a new woman.
So why set your sights on the world's oldest profession?
If I were you, I'd keep my mouth shut about other people's professions, Mr. I used to work in paper clips.
Well, maybe we shouldn't speak at all. Maybe our nightly excursions are taking up too much room on my dance card.
What do I care? Soon my days will be filled with my boss/fiancé, Mr. Trevor Graydon III.
I'm warning you, Millie. I've had it about up to here with you and Graydon.
Then I don't know what to tell you, because I'm going to be his wife. And what will you be, butterfly boy? Flower to flower to flower.
You got a problem with that?
I'm merely suggesting you grow up, skirt chaser.
Gold digger.
Womanizer.
Jezebel.
Casanova. Am I drunk? Or maybe I'm dreaming. I ought to be screaming. He suddenly everything today is thoroughly just like that, without any warning. At 2 in the morning, he suddenly everything today is thoroughly. Were there signs and I didn't see them? The random remark, occasional sigh, that day in the park, the gleam in his eye. Everything today is thoroughly. Everything today is thoroughly. Jimmy, oh Jimmy, silly boy. Gee, what a real swell guy. Jimmy, oh Jimmy, oh what joy. He makes my troubles fly. His glance had fireworks in it. We kissed. My heart did a whiz-bang, flip-flop, heaven for a minute. So Jimmy, oh Jimmy, don't you know what I can't quite confess? So coax me, implore me, I promise you won't bore me. Oh Jimmy, I might say yes. He makes my troubles fly. His glance had fireworks in it. We kissed, my heart did a whiz-bang, flip-flop, heaven for a minute. So Jimmy, oh Jimmy, don't you know what I can't quite confess? So coax me, implore me, I promise you won't bore me. Oh Jimmy, I might say.
Now remember, shh, it's our little secret.
But she's my best friend.
No, Dorothy.
Miss Dorothy.
Not to me.
Your prompt attention to this matter is insincerely appreciated. Please accept our insincerest apology. Yours insincerely?
I'm sorry, Miss Flannery.
Well, if you're not, you will be. I'm docking you $1.
$1? Insincere trust.
Make it 2.
Jimmy, leave me alone.
Personal matter? Not on company time.
Not another $1. Sincere trust. Jimmy, we have nothing more to say to each other.
Stillmount.
I didn't ask him to call. I don't want him to call. I never want to see Jimmy Smith again.
Good. Forget about the boy, Stillmount. Get yourself a canary.
No canary in a cage for me. This canary's ready to fly free. Cut the cord. Is that a man I once adored? He's nothing but an albatross, no great loss, double-crosser. Forget about the boy, pull the plug. Ain't he the one who pulled the rug? He's nothing but an alley cat, dirty rat, and I flatter. Forget about the boy, forget about the boy, forget about the boy. And in the moonlight, don't you think about him. Sister, you're much better off without him. You can blow the blues a kiss goodbye and put the sun back in the sky. For when he comes crawling, I'm not falling. Shout hooray and hallelujah. Now me and Mr. Wrong are through. I'll find myself another beau who I know is no rover. Forget about the boy, forget about the boy, forget about Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy.
Horace, Annie, Milton, Percy, Edgar,
Jimmy,
Percy, Edgar, Milton,
Barney Schreiber, CPA.
Cut the cord.
Oh, Jimmy.
Is that the man I once adored?
Boy.
He's nothing but an albatross, no great loss, double guy. Forget about the boy. Pull the plug.
Oh, Jimmy.
Ain't he the one who pulled the rug?
Would you
He's lower than an alley cat, dirty rat, and I fly. Forget about the boy. Forget about the boy. Forget about the Now me and Mr. Wrong are through. I'll find myself another beau who I know is no rover. Forget about the boy. Forget about the boy.
Forget about the boy. And in the moonlight, don't you think about him.
Sister, you're much better off without him.
You can blow the blues a kiss goodbye
And put the sun back in the sky. When he comes crawling,
I'm not falling.
hallelujah. Forget about the boy. Forget about the boy. Forget about the
Ladies! The phone rang 11 times before I picked it up myself. Not pleased, not at all pleased. Where's Flannery? Back to work.
Back to work.
Not so fast, Stillmount. I want a word with you, alone.
Another crisis, Mr. Graydon.
A big one, John. That last batch of carbon paper was not up to snuff. I want you to write a memo to the head of supplies. Read his beads.
Read these.
Pin his ears back.
Pin ears.
Really go after him.
Really go after him. Oh, Mr. G.
Who?
You. Do you have a
A what?
a moment? I would love to get a man's opinion on Rudolph Valentino.
Okay.
I mean, in the Chic, he takes Agnes airs by brute force, and she enjoys it. She enjoys it a lot. So, Mr. Graydon, what's your opinion on brute force?
I'm not for it. Not for it at all. That's not what women really want today. Give them a young man they can trust. Tom Sawyer at 20.
I never read Tom Sawyer. Was he sexy?
He was 12.
Well, if you got it, you got it.
I got it!
Millie, we have to talk about last night.
In case you didn't get the message by my slamming the phone in your ear, let's forget last night ever even happened.
You can't be serious.
Leave her alone!
What? Lovely elbows you have there, Miss Flannery.
From my mother's side of the family, the Boggs girls were noted for their elbows.
I can see why.
My Barney was always partial of them. But then you and he are so much alike. Get out! She never wants to see you again.
That can't be true.
You better believe it, Mr. Man.
Millie!
Thank you, Miss Flannery.
Peg.
Peg.
Millie, I hate to bother you at the office.
More research on how the other half lives? Well, I got a taste of it myself last night.
At Muzzie's party, you mean? Wasn't it heaven? Who knew how soon I'd be plunged into the depth of Hades?
Funny thing about remorse.
Oh, Millie, I feel so dirty. He had this peculiar grin as he went out to shake my hand. Only it wasn't my hand he wanted to shake. He
pounced?
I couldn't breathe.
He takes your breath away?
I felt
in the pit of your stomach?
My knees buckled.
No wonder you couldn't stop him. As far as you knew, I was going to marry my boss.
You mean you're not?
I most certainly am. Oh, Miss Dorothy, promise me no man will ever come between us.
As if anyone could take the place of my best friend. But what does this have to do with my audition for David Blasco?
Oh, that was this morning. How did it go?
Fine. Until he pounced.
Him too? Boy, you've really been through it.
Do I look like the sort of girl that would allow a man to take liberties?
You look helpless, which is even better as far as men are concerned. They think they can get away with it. Well, take a page from my book, Miss Dorothy. Callus up. Higher heels, shorter skirts. And you're not going like this. Cut your hair.
Cut my hair?
No more little girl lost in the lion's den. What I'm offering you is the fashion equivalent to a whip and a chair.
Tame the beast.
There's no time like the present, Miss Dorothy.
John, me a good old scan ring at my handball court. Reserve a court for 6:15, will ya?
Yes, sir.
Gotta work up a good sweat. Been edgy in the gut. Tighten the... Ah, sweet mystery of life, at last I found thee.
A handball court for 6:15?
Ah, I know at last the secret of it all.
Handball.
Oh, the longing, seeking, striving, waiting, yearning. The burning hopes, the joy and idle tears that fall.
Can't you do better than that? I'll hold.
I've a very strange feeling I ne'er felt before. It's a kind of a grind of depression.
My heart's acting strangely, it feels rather sore. At least it gives me that impression.
My pulses leap madly without any cause. Believe me, I'm telling you truly.
I'm gay without pause, then sad without cause.
My spirits are truly unruly, for I'm falling in love with someone plain to see. I'm falling in love with someone head a whirl.
Yes, I'm falling in love with someone plain to see.
I'm sure I could love someone madly if someone would only love me. I'm falling in love with someone plain to see. I'm sure I could love someone madly if someone would only love me.
Thank you. Oh, have you two met? Mr. Graydon, this is my friend, Miss Dorothy Brown from the Priscilla Hotel. We're spending my lunch hour at the Madcap Beauty Spot. Miss Dorothy is going to have her hair smartly bobbed.
Bobbed with your beauty.
Mr. Graydon, behave.
I'll bet you can make the moon and the stars behave.
Miss Dorothy's an actress, and I thought with the way theater is today,
You wouldn't
so...
want to rob some adorable, some stiff with playing those adorable curls.
I only thought if she cut her hair.
Shuck it, John, just shuck it.
Mr. Graydon calls me John, you see, because...
Miss Dorothy, I'm going to take you to dinner to try and talk you out of doing mankind such a disservice. May I take the liberty of asking you to dine?
You may.
And afterwards, a bit of vaudeville at the Hippodrome. That is, if the comics are not on, their humor can be altogether too ribald for a lady's ear.
Perfect. Millie, I think I'll keep my curls, at least until tonight. Instead, I'm going to find a suitable frock for this evening.
'Twill be gilding the lily.
Hush, Mr. Graydon.
Trevor.
Till tonight.
7:15.
Sharp.
That Miss Dorothy, great Scott, that Miss Dorothy. Pretty as a peach with skin to beat the bed. Perfect little Pippin.
Perfect.
What a dandy little bundle for a fellow to cuddle.
Dandy.
Say, imagine all that sweet softness in your arms. Yes, well, make dinner reservations at the Plaza. Candlelit room, quiet corner table for two. I think Miss Dorothy's for the Plaza, don't you? And John, flowers?
There's a florist around the corner from the hotel. I'll order from them.
That's using the old bean. Roses, pink, 2 dozen.
2 dozen.
Long stemmed.
Long stemmed.
Plump.
On the fat side.
Millie! Out here?
For goodness sake, Jimmy, what are you doing?
How else can I get to you? Old Elbows has every door barricaded. She says you never want to see me again.
That's what I told her.
I'll take it back, or I'll jump.
Jimmy, I'm in no mood for this. It's been a rough day.
Can I help?
I don't know. You need a stenog? I'm quitting my job. Mr. Graydon is no longer available. You lost his heart too. Well, talk about your tangled web. He's fallen for a friend of ours.
Miss Dorothy? Well, I'll be.
Bitter? No, Jimmy, don't blame her. I really don't. Mr. Graydon either. Love swamped him. We're too young to live a life of hate.
I agree. So let's kiss and make up? Or at least make up? Maybe our kissing wasn't such a good idea.
Or maybe you prefer kissing Miss Dorothy.
What are you talking about?
Don't deny it, Jimmy. I was a little giddy from champagne, but I saw you leaving her room.
What do you think we were doing?
Gee, I can't imagine. Not that I have to. She told me everything.
Then you've got your wires crossed. Yes, I went to her room. I had to talk to somebody.
An intimate conversation from the looks of it.
As a matter of fact, it was. I've been so confused, Millie. So mixed up. Ever since you tripped me, life's been all topsy-turvy. Like now, for instance. What am I doing on a window ledge hundreds of feet in the air?
Good question, but could you answer it inside, Jimmy? You're making me nervous.
No thanks. I like the view. The world looks different from up here, Millie.
Better or worse?
You tell me.
It's just the same skyline I see every day.
No, I'm talking 20 stories below us. Dozens of buses, hundreds of cabs. Thousands of people way down below, wandering to and fro. Tireless people, no time to lose, crowding the avenues and parks, on their marks, racing fast, quite a cast. Millions of people, pick any two, they could be just like you and me used to be, way back when, strangers then. I turned the corner, and there you stood. Your smile like home to me, your heart familiar. No mere flirtation, not that I could. I turned the corner when I met you. I turned the corner, stopped on a dime, like I remembered someone long forgotten. No mere flirtation, no marking time. I turned the corner when I met you, when I met you. Was our encounter planned? Destiny's guiding hand? Fortune or fate, it's grand, the way you make me feel. Have dinner with me.
All right, a celebration.
And we'll do it upright. Champagne.
Caviar.
Lobster.
A 4-star joint so swank they don't even put prices on the menu.
I've got it. Muzzy's staying at Cafe Society. We'll go there.
Deal. And Dutch treat.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. We'll pull together what little money we have and blow it on one memorable evening. And if I don't eat again for a month, who cares?
All of the past erased.
All of the past erased.
Glorious future face.
Glorious future face.
Now that my life you've graced will never be the same. I turned the corner.
Feet on the ground.
Feet on the ground.
My spirit soared as you appeared before me.
I wasn't looking.
I didn't look.
Look what I found. I turned the corner when I met you. John! Better get back before your ex-lover misses you.
Pick me up at 7?
Pick you up at 7.
I turned the corner
when I met.
For I'm falling in love with
I'm falling in love with someone.
In love with
someone. I'm falling in love
so in love, feeling I have never
Yes, I'm falling in love with someone plain to see. I'm sure I could love someone.
I love you, Mr. Dorothy.
If someone would only love me.
give it up, give it up. He loves me. He loves me not.
Đáp Mrs. Maisi.
No what, Ching Ho?
我祝你生活多路啲小姐。
唔好成日攬住佢好唔好？
乜你咁冇禮貌㗎？
呢個世界就係咁樣噶啦，有人笑，有人贏，講啦，就樣咁噶啦。
你睇下你咪做乜嘢
？Curtain! Spare me the family feud. Boils down to this. Who's it gonna be, boys? Miss Dorothy or Mama? Everything seems lovely when you start to roam. The birds are singing the day that you stray, but wait until you are farther away. Things won't be so lovely when you're all alone. Here's what you'll keep saying when you're far from home.
Muquin.
That's right. Now you're talking.
太陽照東方，
太陽照西方。
But you know where 太陽照 best.
照到母親她身上，
照我就母親她身上，我的心永遠往下降。
You can taste her cooking.
我來了，不鳥你都等他。
Take her home.
我來了，我來看過你不在。
It's never too late for
Mommy，我遠走百萬里，看小秘密，My Mommy。我遠走百萬里，看你小秘密，
我已被犯罪，也不害怕。
They'll work for Mrs. Mears the rest of their years.
My Mommy。我遠走百萬里，看你小秘密，My Mommy。
Been sad and lonesome here at Cafe Society, but tonight the world is right. A dream come true, Miss You Know Who is back where she belongs.
Life is a holiday, I'm talking June through May, a nightly sellout show, and baby, I'm front row. Bye-bye, lonely nights, when the two of us can cruise. Skies are sunny and clear, long as I'm here with you. The world's a sugar bowl, it settles every bowl. So peek at paradise, the view is mighty nice. I've got no blues to sing, choose to sing a melody for two. Happy ending is near long as I'm here with you.
Well, you said we'd hear Muzzy sing, but you didn't say we'd hear her from the kitchen.
Hey, we both came up short.
True. Now we know why they don't put prices on the menu. They're ashamed.
Isn't not how I intended this evening to end.
You sure about that?
What's that supposed to mean?
When you want to see a show, you're an usher for the night. Is this how you get your fish eggs?
I said I'd ask Muzzy to front us the dough.
She's busy, and it's not like we can afford to pay her back. It'll be macaroni in my room till my next paycheck. And you! Never mind.
What? Go on.
Missed a spot.
Where's the soy sauce?
I'll stick with vinegar. My grandmother swears it'll clean anything. Granny dear, mother mine, not for the life of
Life is a holiday.
I'm sorry, Jimmy, this was a mistake. We're just not right for each other.
Nightly sellout show, and maybe on front row.
I've got no blues to sing, choose to sing a melody for two. Happy ending is near long as I'm here with you. Who cares if there's no booze or that the Yankees lose? Can't pay my income tax, but in spite of the facts, no one could ask for more. Kid in a candy store, the jackpot has been hit. I'm living proof of it, and as for all that past, I found a heart that's true. What a red letter year, long as I'm here with you. And you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and yeah, you too. So happy, dear, long as I'm here with you. Long as I'm here with you.
And you, and you, and you, and you, and you, goodbye to you.
Thanks, Matilda. And Miss Van H, you got yourself a visitor.
Between sets?
This one you'll want to see.
No, all right. Millie, what are you doing here?
He said it would be dinner for 2, but now it's dishes for 200.
Let me guess, Jimmy.
And I'm so crazy about him, it almost seemed fun, but not a lifetime of it. Not for me. I may be a working girl, but I'm no boob.
Who said there's anything wrong with being a working girl? I was a working girl myself in the chorus, and by the by, I'm no boob either.
Yes, but you married well. That's my plan, and I've got to stick to it.
Jimmy told me about your plan to marry your boss.
Yes.
And love has nothing to do with it?
No, ma'am, I'm a modern.
You're a boob.
But Muzzy.
Sit down, Millie, sit down. Now, I know you're not going to believe me, but the first time I met Mr. Van H, I didn't know he was a real multimillionaire. I just thought he was another one of those darling daddies standing by the stage door. True, crossed my art. And he drank beer. Truth be told, I prefer beer, but he was a smart and amazing man. Affection, that's what he had. Affection. And we became engaged, and he got me this big old green glass brooch, and one night I lent it to a girlfriend so she can go and impress a new beau. And as fate would have it, the new beau turned out to be a jeweler, and the green glass brooch turned out to be emerald. In this case, I do prefer emeralds, but I was heartsick. I thought he had stolen it, so I ran back to him and begged him to take it back and go straight. He just looked at me and laughed and laughed and laughed and said, even if he didn't look like one to a gal, he really was a multimillionaire, and we became married right away. But Tweedums, like I say, as much as I truly prefer emeralds, we could have made it on green glass. We could have made it on green glass.
Oh, Muzzy, you're so worthwhile.
Millie, if it's marriage you're looking for, love has everything to do with it. They're playing my music. Follow your heart.
A simple choice. Nothing more. This or that, either or. Marry well, social world, businessman, clever girl, or pin my future on a green glass love. What kind of life am I dreaming of? I say, gimme, gimme. thing called love. I need it, highs and lows, tears and laughter. Gimme happy ever after. Gimme, gimme that thing called love. Gimme, gimme that thing called love. I crave it. Gimme, gimme that thing called love. I'll brave it, thick and thin, rich or poor time. Gimme years and one more time. Gimme, gimme that thing called love. Gimme, gimme that thing called love. I see now. Gimme, gimme that thing called love. I'm free now, fly dove, sing sparrow. Gimme Cupid's famous arrow. Gimme, gimme that thing called love. I don't care if he's a nobody. In my heart, he'll be a somebody. Somebody to love me. I need it. Give me that thing called love. I want it. Here I am, St. Valentine. My bags are packed. I'm first in line. Aphrodite, don't forget me. Romeo and Juliet, me fly dove, sing sparrow. Give me Fat Boy's famous arrow. Give me that thing called love.
The mystery life hasn't found me.
Pardon me, but my husband and I are trying to have a romantic dinner. It's our anniversary.
18 years. This is beautiful, excuse me. I know that's the secret of it all.
Sir, I really must insist that you...
Chuck it, man, just chuck it.
I never. Dexter, come.
Stand me up, Tabster.
Mr. Graydon?
Hi, John. Some more coffee.
Strong coffee.
Not strong enough. Could not never be strong enough.
Could not never? Double negative. Oh, Mr. Graydon, what's happened to you?
She stood me up.
Miss Dorothy stood you up? How very strange.
Millie, you didn't leave.
I started to, but...
Say, don't...
I'll explain later. Go on, Mr. Graydon.
Silence the hotel proceeded to call him Miss Dorothy, and the lady at the front... And the lady at the front desk...
Mrs. Mears?
Said that she had checked out. No flirting address. Where is she, John?
I don't
know. Something is very wrong.
You suspect foul play, son?
I mean, she wouldn't check out without telling anyone.
Ethel Pease did, and another girl when I moved in. Both here one day and gone the next without any word to anybody, except Mrs. Mears.
Anything in common with the young ladies? Worldly possessions?
Gosh, no. Ethel Pease didn't have a dime, and what's-her-name was flat broke, and an orphan, poor thing. Sad to be all alone in the world.
How's that?
Mrs. Mears is always saying that.
Mrs. Mears again?
You don't think.
I do.
You don't mean.
White slavery! Cruel but true. If a girl is all alone in the world and she checks out, Who's to question her fate?
But Miss Dorothy isn't all alone in the world.
Certainly not.
She's got us.
When was the last time you saw her? At the Priscilla?
I knocked on her door when I got home from work, but no answer. I figured she was napping.
Kidnapping, I'd say.
Not if I have anything to say about it. I'm calling the police.
Steady, boy. Anything that might arouse Mrs. Mears' suspicion could mean an end to Miss Dorothy.
He's right. What we need is a temporary orphan, someone who's willing to put herself in harm's way.
I get it. We do a Sleeping Beauty and lead us right to Miss Dorothy.
Bingo! I do it myself, but she knows me.
And she's unlikely to forget the cane I raised when she told me Miss Dorothy was gone.
Graydon, I don't think either one of us can be the new girl in town.
But I know somebody who could.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Now if Peter Piper, the pickled pepper picker, picked a peck of pickled peppers, where is the peck of pickled peppers that Peter Piper, the pickled pepper picker, picked?
Coming! I'm coming! Do you have any idea what time it is?
I hope I didn't wake you.
At 3 a.m. Why would I be asleep? Now what can I do for you, miss? Madam.
The sign says vacancy.
So?
So I'd like to fill it.
You sure you come to right place?
This is a hotel, isn't it?
Uh-huh. The Hotel Persera, a residence for young ladies.
Precisely!
I need a room.
Suit yourself. A nice sunny room just become available.
Oh, I can't wait to settle in and start meeting people. I don't know a soul anywhere. I don't know a soul anywhere except the orphanage.
Sad to be all alone in the world. But surely that was years ago.
Not at all! I came straight here from St. Bonaventure's home for orphan children.
Did you walk? Now, if you register, Zazu, Wozy, Schmevin?
It's Swedish.
Funny, I think you finished. Now, before I show you your room, how about we acquainted over a nice cup of green tea?
Oh, I'm just mad for green tea.
Hello, Buddha? Butterfly here. I've got one for you. Price to sell it, $270. $250. A little long in the tooth, but on the late shift at Big Mary's Tart Shop in Hong Kong.
You coming?
Make it $150.
her. Daisy Crumpler.
Mrs. Maisi.
Mrs. Mears? But why are the police after her? She needs a new headshot. White slavery? No! Somebody help me!
I protect you, Miss Dorothy.
May I see that, please? Mr. Ho.
Ching Ho.
Ching Ho.
Ching Ho! Bunch Mo! Bun Boo! Ching Ho! Where is your brother? Your brother! Skip it. Been in this country over a month and you still don't speak a word of English. You are going nowhere just like that mother of yours. She will rot in Hong Kong before I import her, and you're too big a fool to know it. Go find Ching Ho! Hold tight, Zazu. The boat won't sail without you. Zazu Rosie Schmevman. You're gonna make that name up. Or could you? Zazu Rosie Schmevman. Separate the Z's. Susan Zori Mevsmev. Move the V. Mossy H. Muzzervane. Carry the H. Muzzy Van Hosmeer. Muzzy Van Hosmeer. Or can I still call you Mabel?
How do you know my... Why, Daisy Crumpler. I haven't seen you since they kicked you out of the chorus.
I was too good for the chorus.
Well, you're slipping. I'm on to your little operation.
You can prove anything.
Come on, you doped me and stashed me in a cart.
So it's a budget hotel. What you gonna do about it? You won't talk where you're going unless you speak Chinese.
The disappearance of Muzzy Van Hosmeer will cause quite a stir.
I sorry. What that name again? Van Hosmeer? No, I don't know Van Hosmeer. But I do recall a Zazu Schmeppen check-in, then check out of my hotel today. A restless girl like Countess others.
Orphans, every one of them. No one ever misses when they disappear.
Completely.
Then I don't have to tell you. You'll have lots of time to hear their stories on those summer nights in Hong Kong.
Read that back to me, please.
Van Hosmeer, no, I don't know of Van Hosmeer, but I do recall that Zazu Schmedman checked in, then checked out of my hotel today. A restless girl like countless others, orphans, every one of them, who no one ever misses when they disappear completely. But then I don't have to tell you, you'll have lots of time to hear their stories as you get to know them on those summer nights in Hong Kong.
Every word of your summation, fastest stenog in the nation.
So, you eavesdropped on me. Hearsay. Inadmissible. Where's the proof? Where's the proof?
Hong Kong!
Bun Fu!
Buddha get girl. Mears get cash. $500, $600, $1,000 for Miss Dorothy.
If you want to see your mama anytime soon.
You liar! You know, bring Amma over. Me English better than you Chinese.
It's over Mears or Crumpler or whatever your alias du jour is.
Not alias, Jimmy. Stage name. But really, Daisy, this is what you've been reduced to. Some character part and a story of villainy and terror.
Character part. Character part, try star!
Well, your show's about to close.
Unless you hand over Miss Dorothy.
Where
is she?
Oh, sweet mystery of life, at last I found thee.
Miss Dorothy!
Oh, 我明白上归正义了。
What about me?
Puppy love Trevor. I thought it was the real thing, but then Ching Ho rescued me from an unspeakable fate.
I would die for you, Miss Dorothy.
I love that.
Miss Dorothy, I was so worried.
Oh yeah, Mrs. Mears.
Where is she?
Don't worry, she won't get far. Right, girls?
Hear that, Mearsy?
We'd love to chat, but Mearsy's got a audition down at the police headquarters.
The one gig I'm sure she'll book.
And there's a reward. The three of us surrounded by a precinct full of men.
quality of mercy is not strained, it droppeth as the gentle.
Next!
Sai sarung, dando kocha.
So, where were we? For the kidnapping, white slave trade, and the like. Oh yeah. Will you marry me?
Jimmy,
Answer the question. Will you marry me?
I'll marry you.
Poor as I am?
Poor as you are, because if it's marriage I have in mind, then love has got everything to do with it. Right, Muzzy?
Hallelujah! Now, off with the mask, Jimmy!
Mask?
My name is Herbert J. Van Hosmer III. First Vice President of Van Hosmer Worldwide Enterprises.
The J is for James.
And Van Hosmer as in Muzzy?
My mother.
Stepmother. I'm not old enough to be your mother.
So it was all a lie? The circle line, the paper clips?
That's not far from the truth, Millie. The fortune was founded in steel.
Miss Dorothy, you're in on this too?
I'm his sister, Dorothy Carnegie Mellon Vanderbilt Van Hosmer.
It's true. Every fortune hunter in this hemisphere was after Dorothy, and well, James was squandering his time and money on the wrong kind of girls, so I sent both children out in the world, $25 each, in the hopes they'll come back with sweet, sweet partners. And they have. Oh, children, your father would be so proud of you.
So I guess you already have a stenog.
Several hundred, actually.
You included John? Von Hosmer Worldwide Enterprises owns the Sincere Trust Insurance Company. I must apologize. I thought I recognized you last night, sir, but well, John Barleycorn had the better of me. Won't happen again. Congratulations, John.
Yup.
So you see, Snookums, you can marry the boss after all.
Who cares? I found myself a green glass love.
Funny. I found myself an emerald. Have you seen the way they kiss in the movies?
Isn't it delectable?
John, she's the best art stenog I ever had.
Stenog? I type 50 words a minute.
So beat the drums, 'cause here comes thoroughly. Beat the drums, 'cause here comes thoroughly. Hot off the press, one step ahead, jazzy. Hot off the press, one step ahead, jazzy. Whoopee, baby, we're so thoroughly modern. Ching Ho!
Ayama!
Beat the drums, 'cause here comes thoroughly. Hot off the press, one step ahead, jazzy. Whoopsie, baby, we're so thoroughly modern.